Identity theft is a modern-day epidemic that burdens citizens, businesses, and governments alike. Banking, money transfer, and both public and private health services are just a few of the sectors targeted by ID fraudsters. How can so many victims, across such a diverse spectrum of infractions, find a common solution to this unfortunate phenomena? Introducing Identified, an easy-to-use, innovative service that makes fraudulent transactions and ID theft victims a thing of the past. Identity theft has been able to bypass most of the security measures used by top-tier companies such as Wachovia Corp, which had to pay $160 million in March 2010 to settle a federal investigation into laundering of illegal drug profits, and Western Union, which themselves paid a $94 million settlement with the state of Arizona, also in 2010, to resolve a series of lawsuits over whether the money transfer network was doing enough to combat money laundering by Mexican drug cartels and human smugglers. A particular vulnerability in Western Union's world stems from the fact that money is not being transferred from one bank account number to another. Rather, it is being transferred from one name to another name. In both cases, identification is required, but those involved in illegal activity fraudulently create the needed identification. Can these and so many other vitally important transactions be safeguarded from the reach of ID fraudsters and all of the collateral costs they generate? That's where we come in. First of all, Identified is an identity confirmation service that provides a common clearinghouse for confirming identity in seconds. So how does it work? Users smile to provide a black and white photo of their eyes. Identified will then generate a key template that is securely stored in a central clearinghouse, where it will be consulted by all Identified subscribers to ensure them that no one else is posing as you in future transactions. And why is this important? An individual can change IDs 30 times a day with no concern over being tied personally to a transaction. Identified sets itself apart by verifying whether a user has any history of previous fraudulent transactions and immediately alerts the teller with this information. In this way, it acknowledges a wrongdoer and prevents the fraud from happening now and in the future. And because it is hardware agnostic, the platform offers identity confirmation using existing infrastructure. The system returns results in seconds and identifies those who are up to no good. Because the information is linked within the Western Union and Identified system, the solution protects against future fraud across the network. These are the false acceptance rates of the security systems that are being used today. There's only 7.2 billion of us, which is why Identified and Vimenka chose to use double iris capture. Taking a preemptive role in combating fraud, the Vimenka Group is implementing Identified into 205 locations in the Dominican Republic. These are a few locations where Vimenka has already implanted these security measures. Transaction details. Complete transaction in seconds. Non-invasive and secure. Easy to use for both the teller and the customer. Western Union and Identified systems work together seamlessly. Key benefits to being subscribed to Identified. Fraud deterrent effect of employing a foolproof ID confirmation software as a service. Real-time alerts leveraging a global red flag list. Low-cost, state-of-the-art technology. Whether a client is in line for a financial transaction, shopping online, or traveling, partnering with Identified will generate a legitimate transaction where peace of mind is the only consequence.